Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy weekend. Happy Friday. I will be sharing such good movement from one of my clients. She did the self-concept course bundle, I believe, with the money and abundance. So self-concept and money and abundance bundle courses she got, and we recently had a one-on-one session with her. For she was updating me on all the changes that have been happening in her life, all the positive changes, and just to maintain it, right? Because it's not just about manifesting what you want, what experience you want, but learning how to maintain it as well. I feel like um, a lot of us have manifested things we want, but then we kind of struggle with the maintenance because it feels so new and different, and like you've been working on it for such a while. Like we put things on a pedestal, right? And sometimes we forget that we're the ones still creating all of this beautiful stuff, right? So that's what I want to share that with you guys. If you guys are interested in trying out the courses that everyone's having success on, I have the Money in Abundance course. I have the Ani's Self-Concept course, Ani's Manifest Your SP Now course. Any of that is going to be on our website, sessions at createyourfuture.co, and it could be in the description box down below. The link should be there. All right, you guys, I wanted to talk about this one important part of manifesting when it comes to manifesting a specific person or manifesting someone to do something for you or give you something, or a relationship or job opportunities, whatever it is. One thing I've had to really work on in the past when manifesting my SP or recreating SP or whatever it is forgiveness. And especially when you've felt like not being chosen, not being prioritized, or maybe there was a third party in your relationship, or there is one right now. Even if it's not your specific person, but you're manifesting maybe your boss to give you a raise or whatever it is, but you feel like maybe there's competition, or maybe you just feel like not worthy of getting that raise, whatever it is. Or maybe they've shown you in the past things that didn't sit well with you, like the opposite of your desires, and maybe there's tension. Maybe you have bad assumptions or assumptions that don't serve you right now. Forgiveness is so important, you guys. Unconditional love is so important. The verse, "Forgive them, for they do not know what they do," is so true when it comes to manifestation and law of assumption and quantum physics, because it's true. No one in your reality really knows why they're acting the way they are or why they're showing up the way they are. It's really based on all of your assumptions. What assumptions do you have of them? What assumptions do you have of your specific person? For like, oh, why are they not showing up for you? Why are they not prioritizing you? Do you feel not worthy, not chosen? Do you think they have some issues in their life, some circumstances that may be causing you to feel that way? Because there's always a cause. There's always a cause. It can literally even be, oh, I haven't heard from them from a while, and that's making me worried. And that's making me wonder. That's making me logically think, why don't you want to talk to me? Right? Even those things can spark this trigger within you and make you think about circumstances when there really isn't any. You just got to bring it back to neutral, natural, calm internally and regulate that nervous system that I always talk about. So, very important to approach people unconditionally, especially when you're manifesting something with them or from them. We tend to use our past experiences, and we create a story with that person or with ourselves in relation to that person. And that story is so dominant. It's so dominant. Like, I had that issue. My client did too. Like, my client that manifested movement with her specific person recently, she hadn't seen or spoke to him in months. And she was having such a hard time seeing the good. She was in this, like, I remember even in the session, she was like, Ani, even when I was working on my course, she's like, when I was working on the self-concept course, I would have thoughts, which is normal. You guys, it's so normal. I've gone through this. All the successful clients have gone through this too. Where she's like, I would have thoughts of like playing hard to get. I would have thoughts of, I'm not going to reach out. I'm not going to, even if he reaches out, I'm not going to pick up right away, or I'm going to let it ring, or I'm not going to respond for a few hours, let him wait, let him feel what I felt, or this or that, whatever, right? But if you feel like that's what's going to get your person coming in hotter, if that's the least resistant way for you, go ahead. Like, no judgment, all the power to you if you feel like that's the least resistant way. But my issue with that is, because I've done that, like play hard to get, this, that, whatever, all the rules in the book. But here's the problem. You come to a point after like playing hard to get, you come to a point where like you really actually want to talk to the person at this point. You want to be able to have healthy conversations with them. You want to be able to voice out and be vulnerable and like let them know, like, like, this is how I feel. Like, how do you feel? Like, this is what I want. What do you want? Like, just natural, normal, healthy conversations, like non-toxic, playing hard to get stuff, right? The playing hard to get gets old, because either you're gonna keep just getting them to come in, but then how are you gonna maintain the relationship when you do not feel secure within to express yourself, when you do not feel secure within that you are a creator? So we build that confidence within with the self-concept course or whatever, whether it's you have your own techniques or you have something that's working for you already, but we build that trust within, the trust that you're calling the shots, the trust that you are creating your reality, the trust that no one's trying to hurt you on the outside. No one is trying to hurt you, you guys. And I think this was the biggest thing for me was, and my client felt this way also. That's why you get in your ego and you want to play hard to get, because you feel afraid. You feel afraid that you're going to get hurt if you don't like watch your back, or like if you don't set your boundaries, and you don't, you know what I mean? Boundary setting is healthy, but when you're in this fear of like, no, I'm not going to show you my feelings, I'm not going to show you what I desire, I'm not gonna pick up the phone when you call me, I'm not going to text right away when you do, that is all coming from, I need to prove that you're going to constantly validate me and come in through these actions I'm taking, or else I don't trust that you'll come in fully just because I'm God of my reality. I don't trust that you'll come in fully because I'm worthy. If you guys have felt this way, comment down below. Like, I know I have. I know I used to be, on eggshells, always like in my ego, like, oh my God, just watch. Like, if I call and he don't pick up, or if I text and he doesn't answer, then I'm not going to, like, so much games. And it's not our fault. We are literally conditioned to think that way, because when you don't know you're in control, you start feeling like other things are controlling you, right? You start feeling like the outside is controlling everything about you and your relationship and your internal. So you feel like out of control. So you feel like that's the only option, or that's the only way, like manipulation or whatever it is, right? But the best thing you can do when you're manifesting SP or anything that has to do with people, the best thing you can do is remember, no one is here to get you. No one is out here to get you. No one is out here to punish you. No one is out here to hurt you. Even 3Ps, they're all here, a part of your movie. They're all these like background actors literally waiting on your assumptions. What assumptions are you going to create about them? What assumptions are you going to create about SP? What assumptions are you going to create about your boss? What assumptions are you going to create about you in relation to all of them? And when you can shift into the better feeling assumption, the better feeling thought. Remember, we have an imagination for a reason. We have an imagination for a reason. Why? Because when stuff's not going well out there, we can tap into the better in here, because in here creates out there. So when we can tap into the better here and look for a better solution, a better experience here, it has to play out there. It has to, because it's this and then that, not that and then this. But guess what? All your life, that has been dictating how your inner world feels. And it sucks. I know, you guys, it sucks. Trust me, like when I sometimes have those days, or I remember how much I would trip out and really feel alone and really feel not worthy, not chosen, not wanted. And life would prove it back to me. Like it would directly reflect how you're feeling inside, right? But there comes a moment where you think that, no, I didn't do that. That happened. And then I felt this way. It literally starts from little thoughts, you guys. It starts from little thoughts. And that one little thought invites its friends over. And that those two thoughts become 3, become 4, become 5. And now you're in a mood. You're in a whole mood. If you guys listen to Dispenza, Joe Dispenza, he talks about this. How thoughts create feelings, and then thoughts and feelings together now create this whole vibe and mood. You can either be in a great one or you could be in a really bad one. And whatever you stay in dominantly, the whole science in this quantum physics world is like building that experience to constantly show up for you. So if you're in a bad space internally and you're not regulating it, you're going to constantly experience that. That's the key though. You got to regulate it. That's why, like, I feel like people taking courses or anything, it's not just about my courses, you guys. Like, you don't have to like buy anything to get results. But it's about you staying disciplined. If you can create a routine for yourself where you are showing up for yourself, where you are changing those thoughts and feelings, when you can catch yourself and you're like, hey, I don't feel good right now. And I know I'm not supposed to stay in this vibe, because this vibe is only going to stay active and active and active. And I'm just going to feel worse and worse and worse and worse and create the worst. So I know, as God in my reality, I got to change this and I got to do whatever it takes. And if it's so bad to the point where you don't even want to do anything, breath work, meditation. I saw somewhere, you guys have probably seen or heard this, where it says, if you don't have, what was it? If you don't have time like for meditation, then you need it the most, or something like that. And it's true, because if you're busy running around and you're not putting time in on your thoughts and your inner world, no one else can do that for you, because no one is God. Your world's God. Your world's God. Like, here's this like bubble you're in. This is your world. And I know it feels like there's so many people creating at the same time. And I know it feels like you're not in control and they have power over you, or they can take action over your decision, whatever. It feels like that. But the truth is, only when you attach that meaning or assumption or thoughts is when you give the power outside of you. But you give the power outside of you, not Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo can't give themselves power. You can, by thinking they have power over you. Joe Schmo cannot take your SP away from you unless you start thinking SP's the type of person that can be taken. from me, or I'm the type of person that can be in that situation. Or maybe Joshmo has power, and Joshmo has the power to attract more than I have the power to attract. And they start taking what you want. You know what I mean? Like, it all comes down to your assumption. Your assumption. So, unconditional love, as much as you can. Show it, feel it, give it. Remember, these are all just background actors in your movie. You are the director. Give each background actor unconditional love, because they're literally right now standing or sitting somewhere on pause. Quantum physics, they're literally on pause until you decide where they are, what they're doing, who they're with, how they feel about you. I'm going to say it again. You're a specific person if you're manifesting a specific person, or if you have a third party in your reality, or if you have a boss that's giving you a hard time, or a friend, whatever it is, family member. Each and every one of them is sitting, like they're standing, sitting, wherever they are, on pause. It's all paused right now. The moment you remember, the moment you feel, the moment you think things, oh, they're with 3P having fun. Oh, really? Because the truth is they're not. The truth is you keep reactivating that. Or let's say you go to snoop, right? Because if you're snooping, you have suspicions, right? And if you're already taking action to snoop, guilty, 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 guilty. If you're taking actions to snoop, let's say, and you find something, do you know why you found it? Because you're in that reality already. You've activated it enough to dominantly think that that's a huge possibility. That's so much more of a bigger possibility than you getting what you want. You see? Does that make sense, you guys? Like, when you're doubting, when you're snooping, when you're worried, when you're tripping out, anxious, you've already come to a point where those thoughts, they're no longer just fleeting thoughts. You've taken them in. You've invited them to the party. You've been partying with them, and it hasn't been a great party. It's been a sucky party. But you're now so activated in that reality where your experience has no choice but to show you that. Your experience has no choice but to show you that supportive life. It has to support the thoughts you have dominantly within. That's why I say approach people and things and everything unconditionally. Why? Because when you understand your God of your reality, and when you truly understand everyone is you pushed out, you'll know that no one's trying to hurt you. Everyone's waiting on your assumption. And if someone's waiting on your assumption, then you better make sure your assumptions are going towards your desired life, your desires, your desired story. And if you do desire something and it feels like you're never going to get it, or you do desire something and you feel like nothing's happening out there, just know the reason you desire it is because that reality is waiting to be experienced by you, and it's calling your name, and it's having you work out this inner stuff, these inner limiting beliefs and all of it, so you can get there, you can level up and experience it. And I don't care what anyone says, you guys, like if you think like something is wrong with you because you've been manifesting your SP for 24 hours and you didn't get them in 24 hours, nothing is wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your manifesting abilities. You have a story. You've created that story. And it didn't take you 24 hours to create that story. It probably took you a while to create the story you are carrying with you in your mind, those assumptions that you don't like. And now you're shifting the story. Slowly but surely, every time it comes up, you are changing the story within and shifting it. And you are deciding to view this person in another way. Because the way you've been viewing them is not really showing you any changes, right? If you keep viewing someone as not wanting you, not choosing you, it's not going to change unless you start viewing them as wanting and choosing you. And that may take some time, because if you look out there and there's no change out there, and you're using out there as validation for this to change, you can't. You're not even using your imaginational power, which is everything. This is God. This is God. You are walking God. Why do you guys think, like, if you look back in history, and I've mentioned this in my old videos, crowns emphasize this one area. Like, why not like wristbands, right? Like, why not like bracelets to emphasize like this is your power? Or like thigh jewelry, that this is your power. No, this, kings, queens, pharaohs, any high power has always emphasized this area because it is important. Your third eye, your godly power, is all in this imagination right here. This is a walking computer, and all comes from imagination. It's not just for childhood. You guys got this. You got this. You can do this. If you are interested in my courses, link's going to be in the description box down below. If you cannot find the link, go to sessions@createyourfuture.co. I think that's our website. Yes, it should be. All should be down there, you guys. I'm just like thinking about how great my client, she kept her motivation. She kept going no matter how she felt. And I want you guys to do the same. You keep going no matter how you feel. Stay faithful to your imaginal act. Stay faithful to the vision you have within. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a scene. If you can't see a scene, it's okay. Whether it's affirming, whether it's scripting, whether it's inner conversations, whatever it is, stay faithful. You don't have a desire just because. You know, there's a reason. There's a reason you have an imagination. There's a reason you have the desire. And it's because it is ready. It's ready to be experienced by you. But are you ready to be disciplined and show up for yourself every day? That is the question. So, unconditional love. Approach everyone with unconditional love, remembering that it's all your assumption anyway. They're not out there trying to go against your assumption, even if it seems like it. They're literally just trying to play out your assumptions. Forgive them, for they do not know what they do. You know? And then remember that everyone is you pushed out. Remember that everyone is on pause until you attach the assumption, until you attach the meaning. And I've literally had my SP say things like, I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to. Like, I don't know why I said that. Like, I just wanted to. I just had a feeling that I should. Like, specific things, extremely specific things, even gifts. Like, it's like, I don't know why I thought that way. I just did. And I haven't thought that way ever. But for some reason, I just wanted to. Why? Because approach with unconditional love and be specific in your desire and imagine a scene or affirmation or inner conversation. You guys can do this. Courses, if you are interested, contact us, or links are going to be in the description box down below. If you guys want to watch any of my success stories or client success stories, you can go to playlists on our channel and scroll to Ani, and all my successes are there. Mine, my personal ones, client ones, jackpot wins. If you guys want to like manifest more money in, I have people like winning jackpots, the scratch off tickets, winning so much money, getting like 3 raises a year or a month. I had a client that got like 3 in a month. I was like, damn, like I haven't even done that in the past before when I used to work like, in different jobs. But so much money and abundance you guys are sending in. If you guys want to see client emails, like successes that they've emailed in, go to community tab. All the Ani ones are there. It's like mostly client successes that they've sent in. But you guys got this. I believe in you. I hope this video motivates you. I love you guys. If you guys resonate with this video, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.